sirens. Chief Pegram reported ventilation system at Station 81 operational, however, still need a relay replaced that activates the system. Mr. Mason discussed the 2 John Deere mowers that have been placed on Gov Deals with auction ending on noon on Friday, April 18, 2025. Mr. Mason reported bids for resurfacing Bentley mounds received for $45,471. Mr. Mason will be completing the ARPA reporting before April 31st and reminded trustees funds must be expended before December 31st, 2026. Mr. Mason reported Whitaker Park open and the AED has been placed in service. Mr. Mason provided quotes to trustees from Brood equipment for Volvo excavator and mulching head. Old business, Mr. Brzezinski reported attending Warren County Township Association meeting. During meeting, scholarships were reviewed, however, names have not been announced. Mr. Brzezinski supplied preliminary plans for Station 81, however, still waiting on mechanical drawings. New business, Mr. Brzezinski received invoice from Sabo Design for Station 81 design services an amount of $15,050. Mr. Brzezinski made a motion to approve invoice to Sabo Design, seconded by Mr. Kern. We had no community comments. Mr. Kern made a motion to go into executive session to discuss compensation of public employee in accordance to Ohio Revised Code 121.22G1, seconded by Mr. Brzezinski. Roll call, Mr. Brzezinski, yes. Mr. Kern, yes. Mr. Kern made a motion to adjourn executive session, seconded by Mr. Brzezinski. Mr. Kern made a motion to increase Jeff Urey's pay 5% effective April 26, 2025 from $24 per hour to $25.20 per hour, seconded by Mr. Brzezinski. Mr. Kern made a motion to continue with the current health insurance for renewal, seconded by Mr. Brzezinski. Ms. Williams will contact broker to ask a township locked in for 1 year or a policy is month to month. We had no correspondence. Ms. Williams gave written financial report to trustees. Mr. Kern made a motion to pay bills, seconded by Mr. Brzezinski. Mr. Kern made a motion to adjourn, seconded by Mr. Brzezinski. Meeting adjourned at 8:04.
Either of you have any corrections? Do you have any?
I have no correction.
I have a motion to accept the minutes as read.
I'll make a motion to accept minutes as read.
Second.
So Mark will need you to sign the April 2nd, please.
Mr. Pegram, are you ready for your report?
Yes, sir. So the month of April, we had a total of 63 fire and EMS calls. Fire runs, we had 37. A lot of those were storm related, as most of us know. EMS calls, we had 26, and we received mutual aid ambulances on 13 of those. So 50% of our EMS calls were handled by a mutual aid medic unit. A couple of items that need board approval tonight. First one is a surplus item. We're continuing to evaluate trucks and vehicles in the fleet that we can declare obsolete and dispose of. Tonight, we're requesting the board declare the following items surplus: the 16-foot Wells cargo trailer, VIN number ending in 9760. With the discontinuation of the Warren County Scuba Dive Team, we no longer have a need for 2 trailers. The large red trailer is being repurposed for all of our technical rescue, farm rescue, ice water rescue equipment. This will leave the white 16-foot Wells cargo trailer unnecessary. The trailer was originally donated to Harlan Township Fire Rescue by the City of Lebanon Fire Department. Therefore, I recommend we pay it forward, if you will, and donate it as well. Mark Fouts, who's in the back row, represents the American Regulators. It's a Goshen, Ohio-based 501c3 emergency response and recovery entity that sends volunteers out into disaster zones like tornadoes, hurricanes, and floods. They've been in Harlan Township as recently as last month and the month before, helping out residents that had trees through homes and things like that. And they were on the ground for months during the Goshen tornado. They are a 100% volunteer organization. And what I'm recommending tonight is we donate the trailer to them so they can use that for their disaster response chainsaw team And if you'd allow me, I would just like Mark Fouch from American Regulators just to tell us a little bit about the organization real quick.
Thank you, Steve. Let's step up here. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark Fouts. I am the board president of American Regulators USA. As Steve was saying, we're based in Goshen, Ohio. We are all volunteers, 100%. We have no paid employees. And we work with emergency management and public safety agencies like Harlan Township. When disaster strikes, we are there. We have a quick response team. We're out there with chainsaws and heavy equipment immediately working hand in hand with police and fire and emergency management. So all donations are a must. We have to survive. We have to continue building and moving forward. So PPE, medical equipment, heavy equipment, trucks, trailers, I mean, the list goes on, as you well know. So we are always looking for volunteers too. We have everybody from stay-at-home moms to medics to retired fire chiefs that are a part of the organization. So if you have an interest in helping and joining, you can go to our website, AmericanRegulators.com, and check out all of our mission specifics. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah. So for the action tonight is motion to declare surplus the 12-foot Wells cargo trailer and authorize the interim fire and EMS chief to donate it to the American Regulators, a 501c3 disaster response entity.
I'll make the motion.
Second. I'm not going to make a motion to put a 16-foot trailer as well.
I'm sorry, it's 16 foot. That's a typo.
Okay.
Yeah. That's 16 at the top and 12 at the bottom. Next item is new volunteers, which is exciting. So tonight we are asking the board to appoint 4 new volunteers. We added one late today. All 4 have completed the pre-employment process, and those are Maxwell Kroger. He's a certified firefighter who currently is attending EMT school. Kristen Colgren, she is a certified EMT interested in going to fire school. She works full-time as a dispatcher. Colton Puffenberger, he actually lives on Morrow-Rossburg Road in Harlan Township and is about to graduate from Scarlet Oaks Firefighter and EMT school this month. And Corbin Burns, who is a cadet planning to attend Scarlet Oaks High School starting next year, and his oldest sister is one of our cadets and about to graduate from Goshen High School with honors in their fire and EMS program. So the board action tonight would be to appoint Maxwell Kroger, Christine Colgren, Colton Puffenberger, and Corbin Burns as volunteers with Harlan Township Fire and Rescue, effective May 7th, 2025.
Make a motion to appoint Maxwell Kroger, Christine Colgren, Colton Puffenberger, and Corbin Burns as volunteers to the Harlan Township Fire and Rescue, effective May 7th, 2025.
Second. Next item is a grant that we received. So I updated you a while back that we had applied for a grant through the National Volunteer Fire Council and State Farm. And essentially it provided us 5 refurbished laptop computers for the fire department. So we just need a motion tonight to accept the grant donation.
Make a motion to approve and accept the donation. Second.
Next item is the Leary Foundation grant. I applied for the Leary Foundation Firefighter Grant Program. This is a Future Forward grant. We may not hear anything about this for close to a year because the length of the application process and then the vetting process. But if we were awarded, it would pay half the cost of an additional set of battery-powered rescue tools. There's a long application process, and again, we don't expect to hear anything until the fourth quarter of 25 or the first quarter of 26, but we'll keep you in the loop. No action is necessary at this time. We do have an upcoming event. The International Association of Fire Chiefs Volunteer and Combination Officers section will be on site at our firehouse on Saturday, May 24th, teaching a course called Leading Change in Volunteer and Combination Fire Departments. The conversation I had with them is obviously we had a levy on the ballot yesterday and we weren't sure which way that was going to go, but we'll either be looking for basically planning for the future as a volunteer department or planning for the future as a combination paid department. So now that we know which way that's headed, at least for the short term, we'll be working through that event. They have a structured program, but also kind of customize it to the department and where the department's at and where the department's looking at in the future. And sort of a mix of both training, but also like strategic planning for the day. And we did invite our neighboring fire chiefs to attend that as well, provide some input. And then my last comment would just be that obviously the levy did fail by 15 votes yesterday. What I'd like to do moving forward is have some conversations one-on-one with the trustees on a variety of different topics. I've already scheduled a meeting with our neighboring fire chiefs. One of my biggest concerns is our neighboring fire chiefs, as I reported 6 months ago, basically said they cannot continue to provide fire and EMS services for free to Harlan Township. Their residents are paying taxes for full-time and part-time staff, and they're sending those people to us for free. That's not fair to their taxpayers, not fair to their communities. So we need to have a conversation about what that looks like. We do not have the money to pay a contract for fire and EMS or pay them to make the runs. So the burden may fall on the taxpayers or the residents that call 911. I don't know what that looks like yet, but we're going to continue to have those conversations. The other item is, even as a volunteer department, if we don't change anything, we are spending more money annually to run our volunteer department than we're bringing in tax revenue. Some of that is grants, some of that is fundraising that we do, but a lion's share of that is EMS billing. But when we don't make EMS transport calls, we don't get EMS billing. So we've done 50% less runs. Not we've had 50% less, but we've responded to 50% less runs so far this year. So we expect as the billing revenue goes through the year, we'll get 50% less revenue. So we actually are growing a budget deficit at the same time. So a lot of concerns. I'll be making some recommendations to the board in the near future on how to address a lot of those things. But gravely concerned about what this looks like for our community and the fire department.
Just to piggyback on that real quick with funding. I sent that out to you guys a few weeks ago. I can't remember when it was, but actually our fire fund income from the taxes was down for the first half about $30,000 from last year. And that reduction would be from delinquent taxes. People haven't paid taxes or late on taxes. We did not receive those. We were down 20 or 30,000 for that first draw. So you get the two draws. The first one, I can't remember the exact number, somewhere in 2030. So the combination of that funding as well as the decrease. Now maybe those payments get made up in the second half. I don't know. But that number did decrease pretty significantly from last year. So just something to think about.
Will that money eventually come in?
You assume it means they eventually pay it.
I mean,
Yeah. I would assume
the
yes.
place. I
Yes,
think
yes.
there would be a lien that would have to
If
be
those do,
paid
yeah,
by
yes.
us.
It could be years, but yes. I mean, if it goes that far, what typically happens is if it goes far enough into delinquency, eventually the property goes to sheriff's sale, and then at sheriff's sale, assuming that it sells for enough money, then the township and the county are made whole on the delinquent taxes. But it takes years.
Good.
Well, Warren County will only wait so long, and it will sell. They will put a bid out that people can buy your delinquent tax.
Interesting.
So if it's
So if you want to pay more taxes, you can.
what you're going to see is less desirable properties. Yeah,
Right.
they'll just keep accruing.
Yeah.
But if it's desirable, sell them.
Interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mason, you're ready for your report?
Yep, so a few things. The two John Deere lawnmowers were picked up, so they've been delivered and paid for. Still talking with Rudd Equipment on the wheeled excavator demo. The guys have gone down and looked at a 170, which they have in stock. We had talked to the salesman and got a price I sent out to you guys last month on a 130. The catch on the 130 I learned today is that they're not able to get one until November is the plan. And with that, the pricing is different. So with the tariffs going into effect, the pricing could be availability, and with the tariff, that don't know the pricing is going to be there. So looking a little bit more at the 170, it's a larger machine to see if it's even feasible if that be an option, and just comparing pricing of possibly a 170 that's pre-tariff versus a 130 that's post-tariff and how that might affect the pricing. So still kind of in a holding pattern a little bit there until we get some more information on that. Road crew's just been doing general maintenance things. We've had a lot of culverts to replace, a lot of storm damage to clean up and flood cleanup. So lots of culverts who got, were full of debris. So that's been most of what they've been working on, as well as stuff around the firehouse. Shut them doing a lot of stuff, maintenance things around the firehouse as well. The tornado siren, as of right now, is fixed at Station 83. It was placed back on the pole. Mobilecom was there yesterday and got it working. We had the tornado test today, and it did work today. So as of this minute, 7:18 today, that siren is working. Mobilecom could not find any other issues with it. So we were able to get, Rawson Electric was there pretty quick and able to help us out, get that put back up there pretty fast. So it is up and working. That's all I have.
Thanks, sir. Old business, then.
Yeah, a couple things. Kind of like to, as the board had a chance to look at the plans that were brought to us. Okay. Spoke with the architect. I'm still working on the mechanical drawings. I guess it'd be easier for me to just read this message. How it's broken down. Give me a sec.
Those drawings aren't the actual mechanical drawings, right? Still have to get all that.
Well, with the plans that we have now, since here's your individual sheets along with the full set, you can submit for review, or we can follow up with MEPS later. And then you've already seen that. Let me, okay. These are the final ones we had. Let me know when you're ready to go for a permit. He'll have them sealed. I didn't know that was part of the process. He can print the copies of, and he's working on estimates for the mechanicals. And I don't know if I need to make a motion to submit these plans or not, or if we can just move forward with that. How does the board?
Is that the stuff that I looked at with you? That's the final stuff.
Mm-hmm. So I guess I don't know if we need to. I have all this information in here, so I would have to send this to the county to get that approved.
I'm sorry, what?
What's your question on Jenny, what you just said is?
We need to make a motion to submit the plans to the county. Okay. Could I get a motion to submit our plans for our fire department remodel?
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
And you're submitting plans as is without the mechanical?
Well, they'll follow. It'll take a while to get them reviewed, so mechanicals can follow as well. I don't know if we had talked last week about our insurance. That was part of our, did we have any
Health insurance, it is month to month.
Okay, so it's month to month. I know of a few people that do this, and they ask for an insurance census. So if you could forward that
fire form that everybody filled out.
Okay.
That's where they get the price.
Would you want to handle that and forward that information to them to
I don't know.
get estimates?
I guess have them contact me because I don't know how we can believe what that fire form exactly is. So just give them my email address and have them email me, please.
That's all I have for old.
Only old I have is I met with Richard 2 Sundays ago at Eversville and discussed the driveway. That's not all.
You said Edwardsville?
Yes.
Just wasn't right clicking on it.
Where are we at on?
Said we've already put money away for
Was
budget.
yeah. We were figuring it's going to take about 30. There's 44 in that fund. Was 42, 44. estimates, but pretty much the same thing. Gonna have to do the circle drive.
Have we already got our grades?
Word of mouth, we haven't got done officially. Because we were trying to figure out what the project was, yeah, you know, like our figure what it would take. But it may not take that. We've already got tons of dirt over there that contractors can use.
Do we need to get some estimates? We ready for that yet, or?
Well, are we gonna stick to the original plan? Because I think you guys tossed different ideas around, but I don't see any other way of it working without going the circle.
Mitchell moved to a different state.
Well, I agree. I mean, that's kind of what we came up with, agreed on. But I know there's been discussion since then.
Sides.
So do we want to go ahead for the original plan with Circle Drive?
We walk it together.
You guys want me to do that? Yeah. You want to
I can gather anytime.
We'll do that.
I
Maybe.
get a better feel for it when it's.
Right.
Right.
You're still gonna have room for over 600 graves in there.
That's the most popular play. Unfortunately.
That's why I'm going.
All right. Yeah, we can set up the time. The only old business I have is the tractor shows this Saturday here. What, 9 to 3?
10 to 3.
And
We'll have a smash burger truck, lemonade stand, petting zoo, and then Bright Acres will be providing yard games. Just to give some entertainment for the kids and fun.
do we need vehicles or vehicles?
I mean, it's never a bad idea just to have a.
I'm not sure where you're gonna set up the trucks and whatnot.
They'll probably just be in the same spots.
Any new, Ed? No, how did we do on that? Maybe it slips my mind. How we do on the fish fry?
The profit was a little over $4,000. We
It's
had,
better than we
I
have.
think, 960 approximate meals served. So just under 1,000. Wasn't our largest, but definitely on the higher end. I think the largest was 1,200 range a couple years ago. Good event. Definitely do it again.
Heard that was better than what Salem did.
Yeah, Salem saw a pretty significant reduction. They normally do about 750, and they had a little over 400. So they actually brought some of their fish and food over and cooked it at our place. And their fire chief was cooking all night for us. But he started here as a volunteer, so we appreciate that.
We need to do an executive.
Okay, Jenny, do you have any new?
I do. At the last meeting, I passed down this information from a place called Sedgwick. They would like to represent us for, let's see, how's it saying? We invite your organization to join the Ohio Township Association 2026 Workers' Comp Group Rate Program. They are guesstimating that they would save us about $3,000. So I'm going to go ahead and we're using Shapely right now. And we pay them $618 last year to be our rep. This place is going to charge us, sorry, I gotta flip pages, $430 for the annual fee. That would give us supposed to give us a better group discount. So I need a motion to, as long as you're okay with it, switch over from Shakely to Sedgwick.
Would they match it, you think? If you were to.
Shakely?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, but I only got to
Would it be
the.
easier for you to not switch and see if they would match it first?
I mean, I can ask them. This place, it's kind of weird because this place is saying I only have till the end of March, but Shakely we don't pay until June. I'm sorry, not the end of March, end of May. It's been a long couple weeks. Sorry, the end of May is what they're saying. So I can contact Shakely tomorrow and ask them if they'll match it, and whoever is cheaper.
Do it at the next meeting.
Yeah, because we'll have time at the next meeting.
Gotcha.
So I will look at that and get back with you.
Community comments?
Well, since you opened it up, being that my business I dealt with Sedgwick, I would stick with Shakely. I would strongly stick with Shakely.
Over here telling Jeff that.
Okay. Like I said, I just got,
You're gonna
this
run into problems on both ends.
I mean, none of it's
None of it's good.
a cakewalk.
Yeah, none of it's good, but out of the two, Shakely is probably the best you're gonna find, and they're
Okay.
local. So, I mean, this just from
This place is out of
20
like
years of
Columbus.
business experience of dealing with it. We tried, it was horrible, we switched back.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, is if we tried it and it didn't work, then
But
we
when
would
you
just
switch
switch
back,
back.
you could get a higher premium.
So I will take that into
It'd be
consideration.
worth
Thank you.
asking. A chance, they don't want to see somebody tough shit. Sure, we wouldn't be the first one.
Anybody else? Community comments? PC?
So, since the levy failed, do we have any ideas on what we're gonna do next?
Not even been 24 hours.
I got a letter in the mail that says you're gonna start doing cuts. If it failed, I think the first cut should be this new truck that you guys approved to get bought. Or cheap vehicle or whatever. Or levy, well,
It's not gonna be a lot of cuts.
I'm just saying that's probably be the first one.
We're gonna have to get lean. We got a lot of discussions we're gonna have to have.
The township associations in Columbus, it was a big topic about all the small communities are all struggling, and one of their biggest challenges, I think it was solar and fire department. You know, trying to control solar and how to staff a fire department. They're not getting the volunteer, everything that Steve's have said for a long time is all coming, and it's everybody's working on this. So hopefully something, you know, we're gonna get some information from everybody else, because everybody's got their head on this.
I was going forward that the trustees have got to give the support to the fire department too. I don't feel like the trustees at all supported the fire department on this last go around, in my opinion.
The trustees already support them.
Take that.
Right. I voted for every plan with these things.
I'm not saying I'm not asking how you voted or whatever, I'm just saying, I didn't see a sign for the fire levy in any of your all's yards. So I don't know if you could legally put that in there or not, but Steve had one in his yard. Everybody else did.
I second that.
TC, I talked to, I don't know how many people personally and talked to them about it.
Well, I understand that, but still it'd be nice to drive around the community and see that our trustees have the support, they're supporting it too.
I took multiple,
saying,
I took multiple phone calls for the levy, doing everything I could on my end. You can't, people are gonna vote how they're gonna vote. You can't change their mind.
and that's fine too.
And it is what it is.
But it would help if the trustees supported our fire department.
Trustees do support the
No,
fire
in the
department.
past, you wrote a very lengthy Facebook post before the previous levy got on the ballot.
I did.
Yes.
I don't do Facebook.
Well, somebody posted it and said it was from Marcus Shelton. It was before the previous one when you were having the issues with Dusty Venn.
Fire department.
Are you talking about the face?
I don't know
Yeah,
about all of it.
the big Facebook post I saw.
I feel like
I
the
didn't
first-
post, I don't know who posted that, but yeah.
I feel like
Public
the first one probably would have
I'm
passed.
sure
and
I
we
can
wouldn't even
find
get
it,
that's-
turn it off,
where
but
anybody-
that's what he's talking about. He really showed a lot of support.
Anybody else?
I might turn in 2 payments for gym rentals to Jenny tonight. One for a sports that happened a few weeks ago, and then one for an event coming up in, I believe it was September. well, she gave the wrong, remember she gave the wrong rental agreement. So I have to go back and, I don't even know where she got the one she got. It was the one that emailed you,
There
and
were
that you
two of
forwarded
them.
to me.
Did you get both of those?
This one's a Jessica Purdue.
Because that one doesn't even have a date on it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know where she got that one from, but she's in DC. She's a school teacher right now. So I will send her the new one and then, or the right rental agreement and then get it over to you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I do have a question since you brought up the truck. Where did the money come from for the new fire chief's truck? Was that out of general funds? Was that a grant?
Fire.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I've got another one. It has nothing to do with fire department. Did the Harlan Township, resident make it to the final for the, grade school applications?
No. I was pulling for it. All right. This
I have
time,
a quick question.
okay.
So I haven't been to a few meetings because of church and everything. But, so since we don't have a lot of funds, what's wrong with the fire chief's vehicle that he has now? Anything?
So we've had this conversation, so
I wasn't at a
interject
meeting,
here.
yeah.
So,
I was just
so
wondering.
there was some that was grant funding. I don't remember the amount. I don't remember. I wasn't involved in that, but there was some grant funding with that. It wasn't all of it. So don't ask me the numbers. I don't know the numbers. The conversation today was that we would actually swap that, and that he would continue to drive that one, the Tahoe, and then we would make that truck. It would replace the Expedition, which is an '08, and the Jamie's old Tahoe, which is a 14. And both those, we've had lots of maintenance issues with those two. So I think the conversation is going to be is that we keep that truck coming, we swap those two trucks, and then there's also the conversation of me using my personal truck. So my truck, my take-home truck, then would go to another truck, and then I would use my personal truck for the township business. So that would free up two of those trucks there. So now the downside of that is that he's out of the township. So if there's something happens here, I don't have gear, I don't have BMS equipment, I don't have all those things. So, but it does put the trucks in the firehouse to replace older vehicles. So that's probably the direction that's going to go. So we plan to make, have some discussions about lots of cuts, and that's the trade-off between those things is that we can have less vehicles, but then those are our first response vehicles. So that goes away. So your response times then get longer, but it does save money on the vehicles.
All right. I'm gonna make the motion to go into executive session in accordance with CORC 121.22, section G1, compensation of a public employee. Second.
That's like what was used. So some reason you watch this video, the audio has been for some reason like reducing over like a 15-minute period. So I've had to stop the stream and restart it, and it goes back again. So there is some breaks in that, but I will put it on mute. The video stays running. Hopefully, last time my computer died. I think we're good this time on that, but I will mute the audio. Video will keep running.
You said that was for the employee compensation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, roll call, Mr. Brzezinski?
Yes.
Mr. Kern?
Yes.
Mr. Shelton?
Yes. More need you, Jenny, because what questions?
Just worked a little bit.
We're good?
We're back on, yes.
All right. This time we adjourn the executive session, return to our regular session, action will be taken.
Roll call, Mr. Brzezinski.
Yes.
Mr. Hearn.
Yes.
Mr. Shelton.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to change Steve Mason's position from Township Administrator / Assistant Chief, Township Administrator, with his current salary to be paid out the general fund. The Assistant Chief position will be changed to volunteer.
Second.
Motion to pay the bills.
Make a motion to pay the bill.
Second.
Jenny, do you have any correspondence?
Yes.
Sorry,
I'm looking at this.
Yes, sir.
Those are two, I was supposed to say they're the same thing.
Oh, I got this already. Proxy statement. I think it was already passed, isn't it?
I honestly didn't look at it. I just seen what it was and threw it in my bag to bring it tonight.
And Stringer. It's nobody running against him.
That's all it's in. Yeah. Hopefully I just don't give you
We can give it back or.
or yes, you probably have done it now also. Yeah. So talk to us all over the members.
Oh. 2001, getting a water bill. It's just.
Yes, you have someone who did. Do I have to, yes, no,
Email. I'll just email. $16 a month.
have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn. Second.